Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Alexander Madison. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's Madison getting it again on second. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the up. Offense as they take over. Mitchell throwing on first down. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Mitchell on 1st and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Kidd. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting.
Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Madison running left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Catch is made by Metcalf. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Draw play, Madison, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the time, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Mitchell. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The football going back over to Arizona now. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And caught. This is Bennett, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Mitchell firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that'll set him back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten,
you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. It all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
4th and short, got a whole lot more than he bargained for. He almost scored.
Yeah, how about that? Because you know how it is when you get all those bodies near the line of scrimmage. You often get engaged by blockers, and you can't get your hands on the ball carrier. And he breaks free, and he goes almost the distance.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Mahomes now on first down. Pass pass incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. It's complete to the tight end, Bennett. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here's Mitchell on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Off play action. Mitchell. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point safely through. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, 2nd down. So we've come to halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. On 1st down, Kidd. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw is Mitchell. Off play action. He wants Reynolds way downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mitchell eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, Klein. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. His second rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Madison getting it again on second. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They fake the give. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Klein. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Mitchell. Over the middle, it's complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Right back to him on first down. He's to the 10.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now the extra point try forthcoming.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. For the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes, Packer pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter.
They'll run on 1st down. Kidd. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st down, Kidd. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll keep it on the ground. Kidd, he's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 24 yards.
And the Packers are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Mahomes now to throw. They'll find Metcalf. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Bennett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Caught left side, Bennett. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
They'll get this underneath to Madison.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Going to run with Madison again.
And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
Mitchell now, off the bootleg. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got the first down and more inside the 40 and down to the 28-yard line.
152 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Back to throw. Mitchell. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Packers, their winning ways continue as they get